What's good? We back in the building, y'all. We back in the building, y'all.
Enemy soldier nearby.
What's good? What's going on, Nisi? Or niece?
Training's over. Time to see what you've learned.
What's going on? How y'all doing? What's good? What's good?
Mark a drop point for your team. You'll lead
What's up with everybody? How y'all doing?
Someone go get that. We're above the LZ. Prepare to jump. We can drop now. Moving.
What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? What's good with you? Appreciate you. How y'all doing? How everybody doing right now?
Your teammate is in the gulag now. If they survive, they'll rejoin you. Hunt the enemies before they hunt you. Supply box marked. Secure the goods. Your teammate was broken. They're no
What's
longer
going on?
with us. Your teammate is in the gulag now. If they survive, they'll rejoin you. Station here. That's his right on your tail. Next station here. Teammate redeploying to the AO.
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Next station here. Objectives found. Move to the next location. Next station here.
I got a fresh line and fresh outfit. About to have a parking lot on Smash. Yeah, I'm playing Warzone. What's good with you? You play Warzone?
Next objective updated.
I was just playing with some other streamers. If you play, we can definitely link up. It ain't nothing but an invite. It ain't nothing but an invite. You ain't even gotta say no more. Just let me know and I'll send it to you. You gonna be on there. That's what's up. Yeah, I figured I wanted to have a little fun. Let me hop on here and put in some work, you know.
Someone go get that.
I'll be putting in work. This Sticks and Stones mode be fun as hell. I'm from all over. I'm in Texas right now. Where everybody from? Where everybody from?
Objective isn't in reach. Abort the contract.
Virginia. Shout out Virginia. Y'all got cooler weather, don't y'all? Or is it hot? I'm not very familiar. But I know y'all East Coast, so I would assume. That's just an assumption, though. Yeah, that's just an assumption. It's cool. That's good.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Aid station here. Bastards got me in their sights.
Damn, they done got me. What people be saying what happened? Oh, yeah, because people be coming in here tweaking. Don't come in here tweaking, man. What y'all got going on? You don't be playing no damn Warzone.
Fight your way out and you return to
You don't
the
be
front
playing.
line. Lose and you're finished. Fight your way out of this or capture the objective.
You might have did it on some board shit. You played it on accident? I feel like most girls don't be playing no damn Call of Duty unless it's probably zombies or some shit. They do that shit for like the fuck of it.
Teammate has been cleared for redeployment. Watch yourself.
Why y'all only like playing zombies, man? What is it about zombies? When I played that shit, I got way too bored. Alright, it ain't nothing new. After you get to a certain point, because all you doing is killing zombies. Over and over again, it don't stop. It wasn't nothing deep about it. I would damn near felt like I was running on autopilot, like, damn, this is all this to it. Nah, for real, if you... Because I play story mode as soon as I get on the game, I'm dead already. Yeah, I'll be 2 nights at it. Yeah, if you play online and you ain't did no work, oh yeah, you gonna get you gonna get fucked up. Everybody do though. It's not just you. It's not just women. It's people who ain't put no time in. They just trying to get a feel for it. You get on Warzone or online and shit like that, you gonna get fucked up. But you put in like more work and time. It don't really take a lot of time to get good at it. It just take like you want to get good at it. To me, I gotta see how shit play out first. Once I do that, I'm like, okay, boom. So this how you know, they moving. This how they, you know, you got to just be analytical. Just peep the shit. Be like, okay, I see how they do. I see how they doing.
Use this time to train a bit. We'll be deploying.
What's up? What you got the T drop for? Yeah, that's how you trying to be with. See, I don't even be playing 2K. That ain't my type of game. That ain't my type of game. I just never really been a 2K player. Like, I played it before. I feel like I get bored way too fast on it. To where it's like, all right, well, this shit ain't entertaining for real. Oh, you just dropping shit just to drop shit. I'm like, what the hell? What T you interested in? I ain't got no damn T. We could definitely talk about some shit, but I don't really be having just some tea or some shit. I give you an honest opinion or some facts that you might have never knew before.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Yeah, I like shooting games,
Training's over.
Grand Theft Auto style type games with good story modes and shit like that. Good gameplay. I'm just a fan of good gameplay. Don't nobody want to be bored. We playing the shit to have fun. So anything really that's fun and interactive, that's what I fuck with. Honestly, I'm here for honesty. I'm here for. Okay. Yeah, you gonna get a lot of that. You play PUBG Mobile. What make you play that over the Call of Duty game? Because Call of Duty Mobile, I heard they just added Warzone and all type of shit. So you pretty much get a system style game on a phone. That ain't bad. I want to know how my quality about to be. I just got that 14. When I log in all my profiles and shit, I'm ready to see that quality upgrade. I'm going to compare them side by side and see like, okay, did we go up? Because quality is very important. Especially we living in all this content creation shit. You know, you can do damage with whatever you got, but the higher the quality you get, the better content you make, essentially. And I definitely want to provide the best content to people.
Marking location now.
I don't know about everybody else, but that's what I'm on. Marshawn Lynch, if he was a nerd, that's what's up. I'm 24. How old is everybody on the chat? Mr. Danny Phantom on here talking about if Marshawn Lynch was a nerd and your name Danny Phantom.
You're in the gulag now.
Goddamn.
Survive to earn redeployment.
You're 21. I mean, that's how I felt at a certain age in my life. Like everybody, it's still like that. I got a lot of good friends and people who fuck with me who be older than me. So it is what it is. I mean, you want to go on somebody younger shit.
You win this fight and you return to the front line. But if you lose,
I feel like I really be chilled in a motherfucker. Y'all gonna see me one day. I'm gonna come on this bitch with a whole alternate personality. Upbeat as hell on some goofy shit. Y'all ain't even gonna recognize the person. I'm like, damn, this nigga playing a hell of a character.
you look like shit. Back to base with you.
Capricorn.
Yet, your team can still buy
What the
your
hell
freedom.
is a Capricorn? Is that a cryptocurrency or something? Capricorn. Capricorn. I'm like, what the fuck? I ain't heard of that crypto. I'm pretty sure dead ass it is a crypto out there called Capricorn. That shit sound like a crypto. You fuck around and create it.
Spotted a care package.
If you don't do it, I'ma do it. What's going on? How you doing, Snow Bunny? I'm over here getting bigger. I done hit My goal weight, my next stage in my goal weight, I got 10 more pounds to hit. You about to start using that. How you doing though? How y'all doing? You ain't even care about it. You done did it on accident. You don't even care about it. I'm from everywhere. I'm in Texas. I think I'm gonna just start saying Texas. If y'all want to know where I'm from, usually people want to know where I'm at. When they say like, "Hey, where you from?" They don't mean literally. They mean where you at. Don't nobody care where you from. What's going on? Shout out Florida. That's my next destination. What part of Florida you in? Nah. I mean, you can keep it. You keep it. I ain't gonna steal it. What's going on? Overrated. You in overrated Florida? I'm bullshit. Central Florida. I never heard of Central Florida, unless you mean Middle Florida. You going to Florida next year? Have you ever been to Florida? I used to live in Florida a long time ago. That's why I say I'm from everywhere. I done lived a lot of places. But next time I go to Florida, I'll be in my adult life, Orlando area. That's cool. I seen some beautiful houses in Davenport, and that's not too far. It's pretty much Orlando. It's that area. They have some really good properties out there. So I'm waiting. I put my name on a waiting list, waiting on them to get back to me. They be building properties, and the properties get snatched up so fast. Yeah, that's one thing about Florida is y'all got these hurricanes damn near twice a year. Like twice a year. Upstate New York, never been to the city. So you like in Buffalo or one of those outskirt type vibes. Rochester and shit. I don't know. I'm just talking. I don't know a lot about New York. All I know is New York City, and New York City big enough as it is. Yes, baby, Buffalo. That's funny as hell. Yeah, yo, Buffalo ass. Well, how I know your ass is in Buffalo? That's funny as hell. I don't even know New York, but that was my first guess. I ain't even know New York, but that was my first guess. I ain't coming for you. I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's just something about Buffalo that made me think like that's probably where Shorty from. She looked like she from Buffalo, New York. No, I'm not roasting. I'm bullshit with you. Oh my goodness. What's going on, Kay? How you doing? I need to get perked up, you know what I'm saying? Get perked? No, I'm just playing. I feel like I'm up, but I feel like sleepy up, if that makes sense. Like, I'm like loopy up type shit. Oh yeah, I forgot I could play music. I forgot I could play music on here. gotta play for me. What's the play, G?
Well, a motherfucker could never control me. Only squeeze me and hold me. That's what the hoe came up and told me. Now she emoji. But in my mouth is where the gold be. Cause I be pimping her like Goldie. Gotta get paid in this age. My fingers ain't made just to be chopping the confetti with. If it's already, then you better study. If you ain't with it, you can get. Cause I ain't even on that petty shit. So who the fuck you I can petty with? The rhythm of kid, cause like a rhythm, leave get a rhythmatic. Pick 'em a quick and they give 'em the dig. Thinking a minute since they up in the mall. Shopping for me, picking the fit. I got them peppers nose red. And when we get in the bed, I be leaving them with rose legs. I feel I made them wanna pose there. But you really got 'em until you get up in them hoes' head. I don't mean to sound bogus enough, but it's the bomb when I be having them cuties thinking I'm in love with them when I'm rubbing them. You getting pub with them in the club, with them smoke a dub, with them hugging, I'm freaking in the tub with them. After getting paid from machine tripping, cause she know she got what she paid for. She honor my name, I got a tame, here it go. Now we're speaking with the game.
What's going on, y'all?
Let me play with your emojis, ho. Take the rhythm of my hi-hat. Take a pump of live back.
I look 19. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. That sounds sweet to my ears, you know. I want to look young as possible for as long as possible, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. Don't nobody know about this shit. It's that old school shit. Don't nobody listen to this. That's good, man. Hey, these 19, 20-year-olds be looking 35. So shit, I don't want to be older looking my age or looking older than my age. I'd rather look young. Shit, so I'ma age like that wine. The older I get, the better I look. Looking finer and finer, and sexier and sexier every day. That's how I'm being. What's one of your earliest memories that you can think about that reshaped your whole entire life? Like, what would you say that'd be? That's a hell of a question, ain't it? What's good? What's good? What you think about that? What is the one thing that reshaped your life? One impressionable moment, one big memory that you feel like changed the trajectory on your life? Like, did somebody say something to you? Was you introduced to something? What happened? I know you don't know this song. I know you don't. You youngin'. You youngin'. But you hear that question? You hear the question I asked? That's a hell of a question to me. I would like to know these things, you know. You ain't hear the question? I said, what was the one thing memory-wise, if you can go back, look in your memories, that changed the whole trajectory of your life? Like, was it somebody something said? Was it an event that happened? Was it a place that you went to, right time, right place? What is that one thing in your life that happened that just reshaped your whole entire life? What do you think that was? If you can remember, if you can go back in your mind and go in your head and try to figure it out, what would you think it'd be? It's a hell of a question, ain't it? Make you think, like, what is it? What was that moment in my life that kind of reshaped? Was it as a child? Was it as an adult, young adult? Was it as you got older? Was it when you was 30? You know, what's that thing that reshaped the way that you view this shit? What's good, Casey? What's good? How y'all doing? What's up? What's up? Yeah. I be thinking about shit like that, okay. Yeah. Be some crazy shit that
Don't nobody know. Did nobody educate you on the shit? You had to figure it out for yourself, you know. And when it was revealed to you, it was just like, what the fuck, bro? Like, really? Really, could nobody tell me this sooner? Or this couldn't have happened sooner? Or, you know, why did it take for this to happen for me to feel like I need to get to this point? You see what I'm saying? Why did it take this tragedy for me to feel motivated, or whatever the case may be? Have you ever had those things? Okay, says, I just lost my cousin a couple months ago, something he did, but I told myself I don't want to do, but my family do what he did to us, so suicide. I don't know if I'm going to say that on this platform, but I know exactly what you're talking about then. Yeah, those battles, you know, they say suicide is men commit the most suicide in the world. It's like by a large amount, like a super large percentage of men overwhelmingly commit suicide. So yeah, it's a sad story. It's a lot of burden. It's about strength, you know. Strength and mental conditioning, you know. Not everybody is strong enough to continue through this journey. Not everybody even wants to continue through this journey. So it's just to see that resiliency, to know that, like, okay, I don't want to give up. I don't want to throw in a towel, whatever the case may be, because we all had the power to reinvent ourselves, to give ourselves a new identity. We have that ability as human beings on this planet. We can give ourselves a new start. We can give ourselves a new chance, you know. And that's a beautiful thing. If you don't like who you are, you can change yourself. If you fat, you can get up in the gym and really work out. Like, we live in good times, you know. You don't have to be in a vulnerable state. You don't have to be what you don't want to be. There's so many things that you can do to help yourself, or change your identity, or change the outlook on yourself. You know, self-improvement is a must. What's going on?
It's gonna be people who realize, like, okay, it changed your outlook, and I said I'll never think or try doing it again. Yeah, I mean, certain things may wake you up to shit that you already had doubts about in the first place, you see. Like, the fact you didn't do it, it had to be something out there. It had to be something like, you know what, this is not what I'm supposed to do. Even if this is how I feel in this moment, it's not what I'm supposed to do.
Hey, what's going on, Kate? How you doing?
So, everybody has a purpose. Everybody is a cogwheel in this journey. You know, events occur so that another event can happen in your life. So you might get fired from this job. Your life would be going good, but it might look like it's going bad. Like, you might get fired from this job. You might apply for hella jobs, nobody hire you. Then out of nowhere, you on the street. Like, not on the street, but on the street, in the street. You know, could be a bar, could be a networking event, could be whatever. And you end up meeting somebody in the company or somewhere, entrepreneur. You may meet somebody that completely changed your life. And if you didn't get fired, if you was clocked into the job, that event would have never happened. Things like that happen. So that's why it's always important to understand it.
You may feel like your life is going down the drain. You may feel like your life ain't going the way that you want it to go. But it's always going the way that it needs to go. You see what I'm saying? The moment has already happened. You don't have to wait for anything. Everything is already working itself and tailoring itself to what you want this world to be. So if you want this world to be fucked up, is going to be working towards that idea that you believe that this world is fucked up. If you want this world to be working in your favor, life will make it work in your favor, and it will show other things that confirm that life is working in your favor. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. What's going on, Snow? How you doing? But thank you for asking. But you see what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying, trying to say? Or what I am saying. I'm not trying to say anything. I'm saying it very directly. Yeah, I just ate. Appreciate you. Yeah. Life will be directing you exactly where you need to be at all times. You don't have to be nervous. You don't have to be scared. You don't have to worry. Worry doesn't do anything but prolong where you need to be in your journey inevitably. So you don't have to worry about none of that. Just make sure that you do what you're supposed to be doing. On this journey, don't hesitate. Don't overthink this shit. Don't feel like you're not doing enough, that you're not enough, that you'll never be enough. Just know that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you if and only if your mindset is in the correct space. So if you're trying to manifest something, as long as your mindset is in the correct space, you'll be perfectly fine. You will get the life that you desire. Whether you believe you will or you believe you won't, it's about the doing the work right now. You do the work right now, life will show you and give you the fruits later. But it has to be that consistency. The moment you start to give up, the moment you throw in a towel, the moment that you doubt yourself, and that's one thing that I want everybody to learn. Never doubt yourself on this journey. Never doubt yourself on this journey. There's going to be a lot of people who doubt you. You don't need to doubt you. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of people who doubt you. You don't need to doubt you. You need to be in your corner at all times. Hey, what's going on? My day going pretty good, thank you. How you doing? As long as you don't doubt yourself, that's the biggest thing. So many people who fail to live the life that they wanted to live because they didn't trust themselves. They didn't believe in themselves fully. And it's their fault. You see what I'm saying? It was nobody else's fault. But they can look around and they can count on their hand how many people they can blame for their downfall. But they can't look in the mirror and point at that person, ever. If you can't point that person out, what do you expect to continue to happen to you? Once you can take control over your life, the things you say and do, that's when you have that ultimate power. That's when your life is actually powerful, because you're actually able to take accountability for your life, which most people are not doing. You see what I'm saying? Well, if most people ain't doing it, you need to do the opposite of what the crowd is doing. Now, if you see the crowd going this way and doing and moving a certain type of way, you need to completely do the opposite. Because if you want to go where the crowd is going, you're going to fail. You're going to fail. Does pick any guy to be my boyfriend mean? I don't know what you're talking about. You got to remember, you got to come in here and actually speak the full sentences and mean what you say for real, because I can't do the chopped up talks and shit like that. It got to be very clear for me. I don't want to misconstrue your message. You know, the clarity of the message is everything. I don't want to misinterpret anything. Accountability is key, yeah. And it's a huge lack of accountability that goes on with women, just because ultimately they don't have to take accountability in life to win. They can deny accountability and still win, still live the life that they want to live, still, you know, have a dream life. And sometimes, like most of the cases, they get off easier when it comes to things. Like a lot of things they get off a little bit easier on. And that forces them to just, it's natural. It's like, it's nothing, it's not bad or good. It just is what it is. It's very natural. Very natural. Nothing wrong with it. Some it hinders them to where they can never elevate past that limitation. You see what I'm saying? They stuck at this limiting beliefs. They want to grow, but they just keep hitting the wall because of these limiting beliefs. But the moment they take accountability for their actions and the way that they think and move, they can just shatter through that limiting belief, and then, you know, the ceiling is off. They'll be able to do way more. It's always a beautiful thing when one can take accountability for their actions and actually overcome whatever they got themselves into, whatever the consequences is, whatever the benefits are. You know, they put in the work. They didn't blame nobody else. You know, the life that they live will be completely different than someone who has a victim mentality. The moment people wake up, it'll be a whole revolution. Shit. You gotta look at that man or woman in the mirror. You gotta look at them in the mirror and be like, motherfucker, you bullshitting. You on some bullshit. You gotta be able to look in the mirror and be like, you on some bullshit. What is you doing? Sometimes what I encourage people to do, I don't care if you man, woman, say some shit that you want to do or that you're thinking about doing out loud. And if that shit sounds stupid, it is stupid. That's an easy way to dead a whole lot of shit, whole lot of bullshit before it come. If you got something you thinking about or you want to do or you thinking about doing, that's exactly what I was thinking was the Michael Jackson shit. But if you got anything that you thinking about doing, say that shit out loud. Motherfucker say some shit out loud. Yeah, I'm going to just climb through his window, lay in the bed, and when he wake up, I'm going to be right there, and he going to be happy to see me. Like, say that shit out loud, and you going to be like, all right, well, yeah, that shit sound crazy. That shit sound stupid. If it sound crazy and sound stupid, sound insane when you say that shit out loud, that shit crazy. That shit crazy. Don't do it. Sometimes people just be in their head too much and they don't even be saying nothing out loud, so they just go for anything, think everything cool, think shit is acceptable, think shit is normal, but it be like, no, you need some help. You need some help. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I got a question, y'all. How many women in here? If you a woman, please drop your age, drop where you from. I want to ask some questions. Whether they be uncomfortable or not, just keep it as real as your soul can keep it with me. You see what I'm saying? I want to be able to build with people, so you know, if y'all keep it real with me, just keep it real with me. If y'all can, you know, y'all don't know me, I don't know y'all, so ain't nothing I can hold over y'all head. I know people be not trying to like fucking vibe with people because they're like, oh, this the internet. Nah, but just keep it real with me. I'm gonna keep it real and thorough with you because, you know, I'm expecting the same thing in return. So I'm ready to build with y'all, and it'll be a great thing to build with everybody and just to talk and navigate through life together, because it's a lot of information out here that people just don't understand and they don't know. And like a lot of questions go unanswered because people don't take the time to like ask nobody about shit. They just like assume that everything is all good and like shit is all sweet and, oh, I can just assume this, and then they don't know these people. Like, you don't know what a man thinks. You don't know, because you never really ask what a man really feel about this. Like, oh, how you feel about this? What you think about this? Most people don't ask men that shit, so it's like a lot of shit go unanswered, and a lot of things people be thinking and have it on their mind, but they don't really talk to nobody about it, or they might feel like they might be misunderstood, or they don't want to be looked at a certain type of way, so they like, you know, I'd rather not be looked at a certain type of way, keep this shit to myself, because I don't want nobody to think I'm weird or think this about me, or like they always care about what somebody might think about them. Like, Don't nobody care don't nobody, you shouldn't even care what nobody think about you at the end of the day. Because everybody got a fucking opinion like an asshole. Like, you born with them. You born with your own opinions. You born with the way that you think. Like, your environment shapes you. Your parents shape you to think and behave a certain type of way. So that's already like against your control in a way. You can't pick your parents. You can't pick your environment. You see what I'm saying? You just born. You born from whatever playlist that they put you in. That alone is that's it. It ain't nothing more to discuss. You ain't gotta dive so deep and get all therapy and Mrs. and Mr. psychologist and shit. You ain't gotta be none of that. You can just know that bare bones, your parents and your environment is what raises you and shapes you. So once you understand that, you can definitely learn how to elevate past that. So when you learn how to elevate past that, a lot of problems that you used to have won't even be problems at all. Because you would have overcame when you would have understood, like, okay, this doesn't represent me. This doesn't reflect me. I can do better than these problems. I can be better than my parents. I don't have to follow their paradigm, their thoughts on how a relationship should go, or how society see relationships, or how I should live my life when this is my life. Or, I gotta do things the smartest way that I can, because you look, in a lot of the times, these folks, they way was not the way. The things that they was doing was not it. And you can just see it so clearly. And when you see, like, okay, the shit y'all had going on is not it. It did not work. It did not make y'all successful. It did not put y'all at the top of the pinnacle. Y'all still living average lives or struggling ass lives and shit like that. I don't want to do that. So I ain't get into the specific question yet. I'm really just, breaking all this shit down, because it's deeper than just this question. It's a lot of questions that may need to be asked or talked about. Not everybody gets to put everything out there. Not everybody can talk to people. How many women in here single? How many women in here single? Because women who not single and shit like that, or it might be relevant a little bit if they not single, but yeah. You single? Two people in here single. Now y'all single by choice? Y'all single because y'all don't want a relationship? Y'all don't want that? Y'all don't want family? You'd rather just be single by yourself? Are you single by choice or by circumstance? I'll say. Like, you don't want to be single, but that's just how the cookie crumbled. You scared? Now, what are you scared of? Somebody who say they scared sound like a lot of trauma has been done, and you don't want no more trauma. You don't want to even think that there could be another possibility for trauma to come through. That's what I'm scared sound like, honestly. Now, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just what I get from hearing I'm scared. I could be 100% wrong. That's it. It's a lot that's been done. And you said you 29, yeah. I mean, I can understand that, you almost 30 years old, you got a lot of life to live, And if you don't understand the game, you don't understand what's really going on out here, it'd be easy to get hurt. It'd be easy to, listen to all this bullshit. Because the bullshit that they put out in the public and parents be teaching and shit like that usually do not work. It just gets you fucked over in the end. And you don't want to be one of those people. who get fucked over because they believing in the bullshit. They believing in the agenda that's being pushed. You gotta think. Everything, especially when it comes to our community. Now, this goes for a lot of women, but when it comes to our community, you got to think about how the family structure has been attacked for so many generations so far. How long has this family structure been attacked for how many generations? You see what I'm saying? They put crack in the hood. They was saying, like, when it come to Section 8, you can't have a man there. They was pretty much eliminating the man's, hey, well, you don't have this man, government to take care of you. You get child support as in daycare, free everything. You don't need the man to be in the household no more. So it's like family structures have been destroyed for a very long time. And then you have the black man versus black woman thing that's been going on, to where it's always a clash, it's always a war. It's never like getting along and understanding each other. It's more so women over here, I'm independent, and then the men saying, okay, you want to be independent, then that's who you're going to be. We're going to treat you as that independent person. We're not going to look to you as someone who we can start a family with. Loyalty is big for me, and it's rare out there. Yeah, but you got to understand as well, like, that's a part about knowing the game, understanding the game, understanding what you're doing and how you're doing it and moving intentional. You got to understand that men and women show their loyalty very different. Men and women show our loyalty very fucking differently, like very differently. And women have been brainwashed into believing that men and women are the same, even though they know we're not, but they want the same rights and the same access and the same, like, they just feel like we're really equal and we're not equal. It's a lot of things that y'all can do that we can't do, and it's a lot of things that we can do that y'all can't do. We don't trip off of that shit. We don't trip off of not being able to do what y'all can do. We might feel a little salty here and there, but we don't really trip. We accept it for what it is. But women can accept that there's things that a woman cannot do that a man has the ability to do. And that's a part about learning the game, because if you came into the game with that knowledge, you'll be able to maneuver a little bit better. Now, you got a lot of women out here who be, you know, they'll leave a great guy. Like, the guy was great. Only thing he did was cheat, right? And then they go to somebody who ends up being worse. And if not worse, the same. Or if not the same, a little bit better. But guess what? The guy ends up still cheating. So it's eventually she's accepting it from some man. The ones who understand are like, okay, I keep leaving, and this keeps considering to be the main denominator out of every relationship I've been in. Why is this the common denominator that this guy is cheated, this guy is cheated, this guy is cheated, this guy is cheated? There's nothing else, like, you know, you look back at the relationship, you might be like, oh, yeah, me and him had a good relationship. It was nothing too crazy. You know, we had good connection, good bond, etc. like that. But, like, I just couldn't accept him cheating on me. Like, that was one thing that I just could not handle. And then you just see her go to relationship to relationship to relationship, and she's getting the same result, and she's looking for something different. And that's the literal definition of insanity. You know, doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. And it's a hard pill to swallow. Like, all right, well, all men do this, all men would do this. It's something that men desire to do, and it's not like if they knew that they can be honest with a woman and tell her straight up that, like, oh, this is how I want to go about it. Most men lie off the rip because they not even finna play with you. They not even finna be on some, yeah, I'll do this and I'll do that, and yeah, they you know, they don't want to just come out the game like, yeah, I want to see other women, but, you know, I'm loyal to you. Women can't even understand or wrap their mind around, how can this man be loyal to me if he go out and sleep with another woman? And at the end of the day, it's like, okay, our loyalty ain't the same. When we living together, somebody breaking the house, the woman off the rip throws all that equality shit out the window and be like, babe, go see who doing this. Babe, go see who doing that. Like, go check this, go check that. But all that equality shit, all that, oh yeah, we're equals and shit, none of that shit matter no more. All that shit is dead off. Equality my ass. It ain't no equality going on no more after that. The man is gonna take over. So the way we show our loyalty is we willing to die about you. We willing to put our life on the line to make sure that your life is secure. versus is it in exchange for that courageous act, for that big thing, that big sacrifice in life, all we asking for is like a little coochie. Like, we ain't even attached to the coochie. You the main one. You get all the benefits. You get all the perks. You get the house. You get the car. You get the crib. You get my kids. You get all this extra shit. Shorty just get a little dick, and that's it. You see what I'm saying? But they take that too personal. Like, oh, why he can do this, why I can't do that? Well, like I said, it's no equality. It's things that you can do that I can't do. It's things that I can do that you can't do. And once we understand that as a team, it'll be a whole different ballgame. All the jealousy, all the ego, all that pride and shit, it don't do nothing. It don't do nothing but prolong the inevitable. Like, make shit worse. If people didn't have all that bullshit stuck in their head, they get way better results in the end. But since they are so brainwashed by what the fuck this society has made them believe, it's a lot of shit that goes on that end up throwing them in a loop, in a fucking non-ending cycle. And you don't want to be that person who just don't understand this shit. Like I say, most women don't even ask men what they want. The man just end up folding and lying and playing that role because he already know I can't keep it real with shorty. If I keep it real with her, she gonna leave me. She gonna feel some type of way. She gonna feel negatively about me. Whatever the case may be, that's why a lot of men be like, you know what, fuck that. I ain't even finna say this or say that or put myself in that situation for her to feel any type of way about what I think and what I want to do. If anything, I'm keeping that shit on the hush-hush. I'm going to tell her what she want to hear because I know that if I don't, then that completely ruins the chance of me keeping this woman. So they sacrifice. Like, men be sacrificing shit. They don't say shit. But like I say, if it was all on one page, folks can get over the bullshit. It'd be a whole different ball game. But since people want to play these games and act crazy and act like, okay, this shit is not going on, act oblivious to what really is, it'll never be no change. It'll never be no growth. Like, you have to understand levels to this shit. Like, where we at versus where, goddamn, this little, so tiny ass flies keep flying everywhere. But it'll be a little ass conversation piece that needs to be had, and such a dramatic change will happen. We so focused and so distracted right now that we can't come together. Yeah, past trauma will manifest. You end up being scared to get yourself right in a relationship that you was scared to get in. Just because you were scared. You were scared. You scared yourself into the shit that you didn't want to be a part of. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some... You get yourself stuck in a karmic cycle. To be in my feminine energy, I'm stuck in your masculine. Oh yeah, that's gonna be impossible for you to get a man unless you get a very feminine man, and then you have to be turned on by that feminine. You like, if you can run a nigga and he do what you say and you got the pants and shit like that, you gotta be, you know, they gotta turn you on, because most women want a masculine man. They want a man to take charge and a man to lead. So if you the masculine, hell nah, this shit not gonna work. You can have you a dude and you can be masculine, and that's the saddest part, is like a lot of women get converted and they stuck in their masculine energy, or some have been in their masculine energy this whole time. But once you in that masculine energy, that just damn near kills your whole dating experience. Don't no man want to date a man. Don't no man want to be with a competing force. We looking for peace and harmony. Like, that's one of the main things that men want, is peace and harmony. And when you got somebody who's being very combative, y'all always arguing, she always got something to say, but outside of what you just said, like, you could say something and she just has to say something back. She just has to make an argument. She just has to do these things. She can't, like, keep it to herself. She can't contain it. That right there will kill. It kills so many women. Like, cutting a man off. Like, they don't understand that shit is masculine as hell. When a man is talking, they automatically trying to just talk back. They never just really listening. They just listening to respond. So they just gonna wait. They gonna wait. They gonna pretend like they listening. It's gonna look like they listening to the naked eye, but like really they just waiting. Once the time is up, then I promise you they gonna have something to say. They gonna have something to say. As soon as the time limit is up, well, now it's my time to talk. Hell no, it ain't your time to talk. You ain't even supposed to be talking. I wasn't even done with the conversation. You keep cutting me off. We can't even get to the main point. You see what I'm saying? This shit goes on. It don't make you comfortable enough to let your guard down. Well, men need to be men. Yeah, that's life. Thing is like, okay, it's one thing that I explain all the time. A feminine woman is a feminine woman. It doesn't matter, you know, she might be a more guarded up, but she's going to be guarded up and still feminine. You see what I'm saying? People who aren't feminine and they keep exerting masculine energy, a lot of the times it comes from trauma. Like, they don't even be on that for real. They just be going through pain. So, like, the masculine that come out, that's their defense for the shit that they got going on. But they really don't even mean the shit. That's just how they coping right now. So once they get out of that stage, then they'll be able to elevate, you see. But right now they're going to be stuck. It's going to be hard as fuck for them to get out of that. They've been doing it too long. They scared. And like, what happens when a wounded dog gets scared? It fight like hell. The motherfucker fighting like hell. It's a war. It is a war. They motherfucker ain't just finna give up easy. It's a war. They going all out. When a wounded dog, it's a war. You can't try to pet no hurt dog for real. You gonna get your ass towed up. You gonna get your motherfucker gonna bite your hand off. You trying to get into it with a wounded animal? Hell no. It don't matter if it was a dog, if it was a cat. Like, wounded animals, they fight. You gotta think, at bare bones, we are what we are as far as in like animalistic creatures. We want to procreate. We want to reproduce, like, naturally. Naturally, we want to do these things. Like, it's in our nature to want to do these things. So understand that. Like I said, a lot of people don't even understand nature. They want to play around with nature and pretend that nature don't exist anymore. Yep, that's funny. Polo G. Yep. I just be wanting to love, you be dishing out. Definitely coping mechanism to protect yourself. That's why it's important to heal. Yeah, I know you don't want to be. A lot of people don't want to be. They don't want to be single. They don't want to go through the pain again, though. Like, they don't want to be single, but then they don't want to put themselves in a position like, but you got to understand, love is a gamble. Love is a risk. You taking a risk every single time you step out. So why not take a calculated risk? People out here taking just blind gambling risk with their life, with their time, with their future. This is about calculated risk. Love is a game. You can't even win if you don't play. Not everybody is winners either. That's another thing you have to understand. So you just got to set yourself up to be in the high probability to win. You see, most people don't think about that shit when it comes to dating. They put love at the top of the pinnacle. They put love at the top of the pinnacle, but it's more than just love. It's a lot of aspects that come with it, and it has to be an understanding. You have to understand what you're getting into, and you have to understand yourself as well. Understand the game that you're trying to play. Understand the men that you're trying to get. Understand these things before you just hop in. Folks are just hopping in, blindly trusting people, blindly doing certain things. And you're not going to get anywhere doing that. You're going to always be going in a loop, ending up right back at square one. End up right back at square one. I'm cop being single. That's why I feel safe. Let's be serious. I don't want to be in this masculine energy. You said, wait. I'm cop being single. You're going to have to re-send that. You're going to have to re-send that one. I ain't even going to try no more. You're going to have to just re-send that, retype that one up for me.
Alexa, set thermostat to cool.
It's set to cool.
Yeah, you're gonna have to resend that message because I'm cop being single. That's where I feel safe. Let's be serious. I don't want to be in this mess.
I don't know if you're saying you cool being single, and then you say you don't, where you feel safe, you don't want to be in this masculine energy. That kind of contradict what you're trying to say. So I want to let you go ahead and retype what you really mean.
You're cool being single, but you said you don't want to be in a masculine energy, but you cool being single. Are you telling me this for you, or for are you telling me? Are you trying to convince me or yourself that you cool with being single? You tell, without all the trauma and shit, are you trying to convince me or yourself that you cool with being single? Look at my face. Who are you trying to convince? Who you trying to convince? I said be real. When I said we gonna open this up for discussion, I said be real. If you serious, that means it's a lot of trauma for real. Because if you say I'm cool with being single, even though that goes against nature, that goes against your whole biology as a woman, as a human being, to be single when we're supposed to be partnered up by nature. You're saying that you're cool with being single, with being alone, with being by yourself, no mate, no partner. That is like, it just shows that the trauma is thick, the trauma is deep, the wounds is deep, because naturally you shouldn't be okay with that. But you know, I guess sometimes you can accept fate. You're like, you know what, I'm 30, I hit the wall, it's too risky for this to happen. What's the odds? What's the probability? Okay, I'm gonna take my L on this. You see what I'm saying? Is that what you're saying? Is that why you sound like you're cool on it? Because by nature, you're really wired for this shit. So for you to say like, oh, I'm cool on this, it's not really what I desire. Oh yeah, we know either you're lying or you're very damaged, and you're like, okay, well, this is what I'm gonna say because honestly, I see where things are. You accept your fate, is that what you're saying you do? Yeah. Self-healing and love is so essential. People only do what you will allow. Yeah, I mean, that's true. They only do what you allow them to do, and they'll do what you won't allow either. Like, something that somebody innately wants to do, they're going to do it. It's nothing that you can say or do that's going to stop them from doing it. They want to do it with and without you. Like, they want to get it done, regardlessly on what the fuck you feel or think about the situation. Like, they want to get this shit done. They might tell you that they don't want to do that, they're not like this, they're not like that. They might say these things, but like, genuinely, that's not what the fuck is real. So you just gotta understand that a lot of men, a lot of women, because women can't handle the truth. So motherfuckers that say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm loyal to you and only you, baby. You're the only one I see, you're the only one I ever want to be with. They're saying that for you, not saying that for themselves. They're saying that just because they know for a fact, if I told this motherfucker what I really think, she'll be gone by tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? and they want you to protect your chastity as well. So they not gonna jeopardize saying this, that most women are very spiteful. So they're gonna be like, okay, this man said he wanna go fuck with multiple women or other women outside of me. Oh no, I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that he stays loyal to me. So as soon as he says he wants to do this, well, I'm like, well, I'm going to go do that. I'm going to do this. I feel like it's unfair that you can do this and I can't do this. So then, they pull out that card and most men will submit. Like, okay, bet, I'm going to just let you run with it. Since you feel this way, that's how it's going to be. And that's how it ends up. The man just ends up submitting to the woman. And he doesn't get what he truly wants. He just gives a woman what she truly wants. And that's never going to work long term because now she holds all the power. And when a woman holds power, who's dominant now? Who's the masculine now? Who has the pants on? And women don't want a man with the pants on. So if a woman has the pants on, that's automatically going to turn her off. Like, if she running shit, it's going to turn her the fuck off. She wants somebody who can lead her, guide her, plan, do the things that she's inefficient on. She's indecisive. She wants a man who's going to be very decisive. Knows exactly what he wants, when he wants it, how he wants it. So you have to be aware of these things or you're just going to get caught up in the mix. You're going to be believing bullshit and thinking that things are the way that they're really not. That's why it's a lack of understanding a lot of the times. When you're actively healing, there's so much you won't allow to disrupt your peace. That's a lot of times, you gotta know how to properly heal, and most people don't even know how to properly heal. What they do is self-medicate. Alcohol, drugs, weed, whatever. It's just a lot of self-medicating, never really healing. They don't know how to heal. They don't understand what the proper steps to even go about healing. So what they do, they stay in that pain body. They stay in that pain body getting the same results, or they just completely scare themselves off from even trying again because that pain body that they're living in has them under control. That paradigm can't be changed. They can't shift that paradigm for shit. They just stuck in that one paradigm, that one way of thinking. And that's a lot of ways when it comes to like older women. They're very, very stubborn. They're hard to change. It's like you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's very true. Older women tend to be like more firm on their belief systems and what they'll allow, what they believe in, what they want to do, who they want to do it with, places they want to go. They're very stern. They don't want to switch up. One thing is like you have to have someone to talk to. Most people don't even have someone to talk to so that they can really do deductive reasoning, figure out what went wrong, how it went wrong, go through their childhood trauma. Some people don't do self-reflection at all because they're always doing something. They're always working. They're always moving. So they never had that time where they're actually still enough to like think about what happened in their life to make them who they are and move how they move. That's a big deal to actually sit there self-reflecting and learn about yourself, learn why you do certain things, learn who introduced it to you in your life, things like that. People don't sit back and just think about shit. They just live life on a day-to-day basis. Like, okay, well, this shit happened, but we're going to keep persevering. They just going through life and emotions is stacking up consistently. Like the emotions just keep stacking up. Trauma keeps stacking up. Healing is always unresolved. So, you can seek therapy. I would say women, go to a male therapist. You don't need to go around women. Women are very hive-minded. They will make themselves believe certain things. They are good at convincing themselves. They get around their friend groups, and the friend groups give them the worst advice that they can have. So I recommend get around men. Get around men who are not going to lie to you and not going to coddle you. A lot of the times women get coddled. They get babied. Oh, baby, it's going to be okay. It's you da-da-da. They don't really like, motherfucker, you don't work out. You don't do this. You don't do that. You don't take care of yourself. You don't put no time in personal development. You don't read no damn books. They won't lay it out on your ass like a man would do. Like, you need that you don't need to be coddled. Coddling is what gets you where you at, why you end up where you end up. Like, you don't need to be coddled no more. You need to be told the real truth. You need to get the real truth out. No more coddling, no more babying. You need somebody who gonna be very honest and transparent with you about how this shit works. Because if you're not with somebody like that, if you're not hanging around people like that, it's always going to be someone else's fault. It's always going to be someone else who could take the blame. It's never going to be no real work and elevation and healing being put through, because it's always going to be an easy way to get off. It's always going to be, you can just toss the blame. You can just toss the blame to somebody else. Let somebody else foot the bill. Got to get out there, get you a male therapist. Be willing to be very, very, very open-minded. Especially the older you get, the more open-minded you have to be, because you have to be very self-aware that, like, okay, as I get older, I am more weathered down. I have more experience that has tailored my beliefs to believe a certain way. And the moment you start believing in certain things and believing and looking at things a certain way, in a certain light, that completely alters your point of view on life. Completely alters it. Completely alters your habits, the things that you do consistently. So you have to be very mindful of that shit. If you're not mindful that, like, okay, this is what's going on, this is the reason why I act like this, and I can no longer just accept it. I can no longer just let these things continuously happen and keep wondering why they keep happening. Obviously, I'm doing something wrong, but a lot of the times they push the blame, so that it's always somebody else's fault. They don't even blame themselves for the type of men that they pick. Like, you pick these men, you're picking these men, you're vetting these men. So it's the fact that, all right, you're vetting these men. You know who you're getting and dealing with. Yeah, you keep wondering why you keep ending up with the same results. That's interesting. That's interesting. Taking accountability is one of the best things that you will be able to do in your life. Remember that. That's where it all ties back in. First things first, to get on the healing thing, take accountability. Redirect your pain into something productive is a skill and takes practice. Yeah, she gonna have to probably do some other things before she builds up into that redirecting. She gonna have to figure out, why does she have, what's her triggers? What triggers does she have? What are some things that people say and do that trigger you? Why are you getting triggered? What is going on? Look deeper into that belief. Look deeper into why you believe what you believe in. You got to get to the root. You got to get to the root. It's going to get ugly. It's going to get snotty nose bubbles ugly. You're going to have to get on up in there. If you want what you want, you're going to have to get up in there. It's going to be snotty nose ugly. You want what you want? Ooh-wee, girl. Ooh-wee, it's going to get ugly. Oh, girl, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly. Goddamn. Goddamn, it's gonna get ugly. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. You ready for healing? I don't care what you gotta go through. That's a good mindset. That is a very good mindset to have, because you're going to have to be willing, because you want what you want at the end of the day. As bad as you want to get on her and get to capping and shit like that, don't nobody want to be alone. They want companionship. They want what they want. So that we're not even going to sit here in front and act like you don't want what you want. Well, I know you want what you want. Goddamn. If you talking to me, am I single by choice? I would say it's by choice. It's really by what's going on in the world nowadays. Like, to choose someone who is going to be the mother of my child is very essential on doing the picking. You see what I'm saying? So you have to have a mindset. You have to want to be a mother. You have to want to do certain things. You have to want to be a certain type of person for you to even meet the first criteria. This shit just don't come to anybody now. This shit just don't come to anybody. On top of that, it's like I say, it's a mindset thing. A lot of people can't meet that mindset that I have. They still sheep. It's a lot of sheep. And I'm not just saying that just because it is really like that. It's against my will, really. If I could snap my fingers and create the woman that I want, I snap my fingers right now and create her. Do a Build-A-Bear workshop. But I know it's easier to get what I want than what most women want because of the standards, what standards they be having and the unrealistic mindsets that they have. So I know that like what I want isn't far-fetched at all because it happens every day. The higher my value goes, the easier it is to get what I want. And that's another reason is that I know where I'm headed. So in order for me to find a woman that's going to be long-term for me, because a lot of women is going to be short-term in this stage of my life for elevation. I get with them, I elevate. We're no longer going to be together because she's going to try to control me even though I built me into the person that I wanted to become. She's going to want to have a control in that. And I'm not going to ever let anybody get control, especially because I put my purpose first no matter what. Nobody's going to come before my purpose, and that's the bottom line. I don't give a fuck who you are. Nobody's coming before my purpose in life. So me knowing that and me knowing myself, which a lot of people don't know themselves, they don't understand themselves. I know myself. I'm very clear and transparent with myself. I keep it real with myself. I know that my value goes up. The type of women that I'm willing to tolerate, like you only tolerate certain things at certain levels. I don't tolerate shit. If you don't meet the criteria, you get the fuck on. I have no need for you. I have no need to do no build a woman up from scratch anymore. It ain't like that. It ain't like that. You gotta come with some type of foundation. Some type of foundation, but not too much experience. You gotta come with a foundation, be intellectual, understand that your feelings aren't facts, and we can 9 times out of 10 work. I can work with that. I can work with that. But a lot of the times, you know, somebody might say, I feel like, and they really do feel like their feelings create a fact. And if they feel like that, it'll be, you'll never win with them. Because it'll always be, I feel like this, so this is why this needs to happen. I feel like that, so this is why this needs to happen. It's never like, okay, I understand exactly what you're saying, and I can understand the reasoning behind it. It's more so, this triggered me, and I don't like what you said or how you said it, or they be saying all the time. It's not what you said, it's how you said it. Like, that's some bullshit. If you listen to people who have that mindset, you're going to have a tough time. Dead ass. You're going to have a tough time. Because they'll be able to make an excuse for everything. They don't got to listen, they don't got to learn. Like I said, more people who understand this shit, those are going to be the people who level up. Yeah, you can be, nobody ever tells y'all, they're like, so it doesn't matter what I feel and like they try to use all these words to try to trick you from what's real. And you don't never want that to happen. You don't never want that to happen. You don't want them to trick you from seeing the truth, from seeing what's in front of you. You want to always do your due diligence to keep your mind straight, keep your mind clear. Don't fall for the games, don't fall for the tricks, don't fall for the bullshit. Just understand what's real, what's fake. Hold on, y'all. Because the emotions, it's why it's important to not be so emotional in situations, because your emotions can take something from 0 to 100 super quick, and you don't ever want to be reacting off of your emotions. That's how people kill people. That's how people go to jail, because they let their emotions, like, what do you be hearing them say? I let my emotions get the best of me. I don't let my emotions get the best of me. And that's exactly what happens. Like, they really let their emotions get the best of them, and they don't ever get to elevate from that point, because they literally let their emotions get the best of them, and that caused them to go down a spiral. It caused them to go through more pain, caused them to make an irrational decision. Don't want to end up like that. You can feel how you feel, but then you gotta be able to differentiate the feelings from the facts. Like, I could tell you the truth, it might hurt your feelings, but then you still gotta accept the truth. It shouldn't be, I tell you the truth, it hurts your feelings, and now you completely disregard the truth just because your feelings was hurt. That's how you get hurt, ultimately, by ignoring the truth, because it's just gonna come back in a different way. Gonna come back full circle on that ass. You gonna ignore the truth just for it to come right back to you. So, don't ignore the truth. It's never a reason to. The truth hurt, but like, so the truth can be detrimental. Nah, for real. You need to understand how to be able to accept and handle the truth when it comes to. But like I say, I understand fully that most women cannot handle the truth, and I do stand on that. Most women can't handle the truth. They might be like, yeah, I can handle it. You can tell me the truth. You can keep it real with me. They don't mean that shit. They do not mean that shit. If they meant that shit, you will see a drastic change in the dating market, the dating period. It's no lies told. It's no lies told. I might have to get up off here. I might give it a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and stay till 6 and see how the engagement is. If the engagement ain't there, it ain't there. I'll go ahead and get up off the topic. These be some good topics, you know. I've capped like that before. Yes, it hurts, but I've gained a different level of awareness. What made you wake up? What made you elevate? That's a good thing that you did. But what got you to that point? Was it more trauma? Was it repetition? Was it seeing the same thing keep happening over and over again? Was it hearing somebody telling you straightforward, hey, this is what's going on? What was it that did it for you? I had self-tendencies and the people closest to me never told the truth to spare my feelings. That's one thing that family does as well. Like I say, they coddle. They coddle you. Hey, baby girl, it's okay. You know, you doing good. You're doing great. Nothing's wrong with you. You're perfect the way you are, baby. Body positivity and yeah, love yourself the way you are. And these are all just bullshit. It's all just bullshit. For real. It's literally all just bullshit to get you complacent, to make you feel like things that aren't okay are okay. It took someone on the outside to say something. It was the worst feeling I could imagine. Yeah, it hit you like drop your ass like a big bag of laundry. Yeah, that shit gonna hit you like a ton of bricks at times. Like this some heavy shit. This some heavy shit. You know, when that truth get dropped on you, it's some heavy shit, ain't it? What's going on? How you doing, Pookie? What's going on, Big Pressure? Your self-image was shattered. And that needs to happen to a lot of people. You have to shatter their self-image, the way that they believe, the way that they see life. It has to be knocked down. What do you have to do when you want to build a new property? You have to demolish the old bullshit that was sitting there. So it had to be demolished first. It had to be demolished first. That's the only way you got to where you got. You got to. Sometimes sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow. Sometimes you got to think. Some people get this information and they can't even handle it. So when they get it, they do nothing with it. You missed a shit ton of information. You missed a lot. You missed a lot. Can't tell you what you missed, but just know it was a lot. For real. It ain't even stopped. It just got better and better. You gotta be tuned in when it's going and flowing. Can't be hoeing. You gotta be there when the movie's showing. But I learned to put the pieces back together and rearrange in areas that were already broken. The main thing is just getting around truthful, honest men who not trying to fuck. If he ain't trying to fuck, he don't give a fuck about like trying to make you feel some type of way, trying to make you feel good before he say something, trying to relay the message in the best way. Hell no. He's gonna say shit for what the fuck it is. He gonna just say shit for what it is. You be parenting. Yeah. How many kids you got? Sabrina Marie. What's good? How many kids you got? How you doing? We just discussing some real shit. Mm-hmm. What's going on? How you doing? What's going on, Ari? What's going on, Bean? How you doing? I love when it get deep, though. I love when it get deep. I love going deep. How you doing? That's good. That's good. I'm doing real well. I'm doing real good. Been a real good pop on today. We discussed a lot. I live in Texas. That's what you meant. I'm in Texas. Where are you from? I had to learn to stop forcing relationships and not just the romantic ones. Yeah, that's a big deal. Don't force them. And another thing is understand what are you doing? What are your intentions? Why damn? What are your intentions? What do you want? And do you know what that man that you want wants? Because a lot of the times they don't know what the man wants. They just know what they want. Oh shit, I want this. I want him to do this. I want him to be this. I need this. I need that. I need that. But they don't know what that man requires. He might be able to do all of this, but you ain't think about what he wanted. So then when he say what he want, you like, oh hell no, that ain't what. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of women don't ever care what the man want. They just know what they want. Like, okay, I want this, and then they don't care what the man want because a man gonna pursue regardlessly. That's why you get men who pursue you. Once they got you, you can't keep them for shit. Like, you might fuck with them, shit might go, but you just can't keep them. Like, when you think you gonna keep them, you think shit going, nah, it's just like they trying to keep you on the hook because they don't, women don't want promiscuous women. They want women who for them. So they gonna keep you and shit, but they really not gonna, that's not long term. They know that you're not someone who they're gonna eventually cover if you end up in a situationship. The reason why is because it's something with you. It's something that you won't be able to get on with. It's something there to where he doesn't want to commit to that aspect of you. But if you knew what he wanted, you would be able to actually play the role and be there for him in that role and get what you want out the end of the deal without even finessing him. You just play your role. He plays his role. He gets what he wants. You get what you want. You get all of the fulfillment that you need emotionally, love-wise, financially, whatever the case may be. And he gets everything that he wants. That's how it works. But you can't get with somebody and you only care about what you want because it's not going to last. It's not. Like I say, most women don't understand what men want. They might be able to get many men. Many men to fuck you, that ain't nothing. All it takes is a snap of a finger for a man to want to fuck. That's it. But it's about retaining. It's about retaining, and when you understand what the man wants, then you can understand that you can retain the man. But you're going into it with a whole different approach than you should. Like I say, you don't want to be dating and out here trying to give love and just know that the dating game and all of this shit is a risky process anyways. And you don't want to go out here and not being taking calculated risk. You don't want to be out here taking uncalculated risk. Everything should be a calculated risk for you, especially in the dating field, because not everybody is a winner. But if you do not play you do not get to win. So take a calculated risk. Understand what the man wants. Understand what a man wants, what you want, and then you will be able to get it. If you go in there and you only care about you, only care about your wants and needs, it's never gonna work. He gonna keep you on the hook. He gonna tell you certain things you want to hear, but in his mind, he already knows, like, you know, this is not no long-term shorty. It's not somebody who I see me with long-term to build my life and legacy with. This is just somebody for the short-term moment. You have to understand these things and understand your positions. And that's why it's important for you to change your views and outlooks. You can't keep trying to play the game doing the same thing that hasn't been working. You gotta learn how to play the game right so you can get good results. You either want results or you want trauma. You want results or you want trauma. It's up to you. You get to pick. You get to pick this shit. I want to go grab something real quick. How everybody doing? Make sure y'all tap in. Y'all can interact on here. You ain't gotta be shy. You ain't gotta be shy. Y'all can interact on here. I know some people come in, y'all just want to listen. Y'all want to just hear what's being said, and y'all want to soak it up and stuff like. But go ahead and interact. Go ahead and interact. I appreciate y'all when y'all do that. It makes it a little bit easier. Trying to catch up on the convo. Yeah, it's been a lot talked about. It's been a lot talked about, man. You ain't gonna catch up for sure. I might definitely post this on my YouTube channel. I got a lot of videos to post because there's been some amazing conversations had. So when this is done, I'm gonna post this on the YouTube. I kind of want to end it so it's not too long and chop it up because this was a great conversation already. It's a great conversation already. I kind of want to restart it anyways and refresh the live. Sometimes it be like that. So if I close it, expect to be back in here in a few more minutes. Our last part I hopped on reminded me of the song "Single Again" by Big Sean. What was it about? What is that song? That sound like some old shit. It sound like some old shit. Let me look it up. "Single Again" by Big Sean. All right, I'm gonna close this one so that way I can save this live so it's not super long when I upload it and when I'm trying to download it too. I read the lyrics. I'll put it on, matter of fact, since I was already went to YouTube for it. I don't want to get copyrighted though, so I'm gonna pop off to play it. And then you said Big Sean. I don't know why. I thought you said it's 3 years old, but I don't know why I thought you.
Adam, looky what I got.
Is that the
What's
new
his
iPhone
name?
14 Pro?
Yep, with this
The
amazing
other
new
Sean.
camera. Smile.
And you got it on
Beautiful
Verizon.
girl.
iPhone 14 Pro on them. You should get.
All right, I'm gonna pop off, save this one. I'm gonna get right back on. Listen to this video. The video is not too long. It's like a minute. Pop back on just so I won't get that copyright strike. Make sure y'all follow so when I hit the live button again, we can get right back into this conversation. Please write down y'all questions because we be having good conversations when they get popped off. But I already got certain topics that we've been discussing already, so I'll probably get back on and keep the ball rolling with that because people definitely be needing these conversations to be had. You just see it constantly. Like, things haven't been taught, things haven't been said, men haven't really been expressing themselves. So when men come and they express themselves, it's like baffling and it's eye-opening and transformative. So I want to get back on here and do that for y'all. So I appreciate y'all for being on here. Make sure you hit that follow button if you haven't. Shout out Dallas in the building. That's where we at right now. We gonna get back on.